I thought what I would do is just a real quick recap showing you how I traded today. So, interestingly enough, again, we had news this morning with the overall CPI. So, inflation is coming down, which is a huge plus. What you will note is, and it's always hard when you have news, right? Because the volatility is so extreme. So, when I use a pre market high, I use where we have some stability. I won't use the actual news event. And then I'll look for the pre-market low so that I have both of those charted. Okay. Couple things. You guys know that I watch SPX, I watch the futures market, and then I trade SPY and I trade QQQ. So I want to show you how I traded today's market with all of the volatility. So overall, news was good, right? I mean, the inflation is coming down. The Fed rate hikes are doing the work that the market's looking for. So I'm just going to stay here in this left-hand box if I could, because I have the indicator of where the sellers are at and where the buyers are at. Now, the one thing, once you rejected the pre-market high, you could have taken a short down into demand. Now, in all transparency, I didn't do that. The reason I didn't do it is because you're going against the news flow, right? The news flow was good. It was positive. And if you watch what they did yesterday, they pushed the market down and then they rallied it all the way back up. So my thought process was, I'm going to see if they repeat exactly what they did yesterday. So just patiently waited for the market to come into demand. Now, I will tell you, I took a couple trades. One was once we reclaimed this pre-market low, right, with some overall strength back to the upside, you can see that you would never want to short going into where the buyers are at. Yeah, sure, it dipped down further and, you could have had a good trade, but your risk to reward wasn't fantastic. So once we reclaimed the pre-market low and started to head higher, that was an opportunity for a call trade. Now, mind you, I did not ride it back up past this pre-market high. Why would I? We would reject lower, which is what we did here. So that's how I would be all out of my position. Again, not getting greedy. So once I saw that it reclaimed the pre-market high and it held, I didn't want to chase. So what I did is I waited for it to get all the way up here to where the sellers were, and then I took a short position, which actually ended up paying so much better. Why? Because these are little tiny green candles going up, but look at the red volatile candles coming down. And when you have volatility, the option premiums exploded to the upside. Okay. So I got a decent return moving up, but then I played shorts in both SPY and QQQ simultaneously. Well, why did I do that? Well, because exactly for the same reason. When we were getting back up here to this level, we were pushing back through overall where the sellers were. And so therefore, I believe that we were going to push down. So when I'm watching the market, I'm watching both what is going on with the Qs, what is going on with SPY. Now, mind you, look, we're reclaiming the pre-market high. Am I going to go long into end of day? No, I wouldn't do that. What you're going to probably see here is a bit of a reaction back to the downside. Now, the EMAs could be used as support as well as VWAP, but when the market gets spooked like this, people are then fearful to go long, right? Just think about emotional reactions. You were all the way up here buying, you just lost. Now, again, what did I just say? People are now fearful. They're not greedy. What is the market doing? It's selling off. This would have been a great area if I wanted to take puts, right? I could ride this probably back down, and where are we going to go? I don't know. Do we go back down to the pre-market low where there was a ton of liquidity where these buyers are? Possibly. The other thing I could look at too is an overall fib level. Let's see. We didn't even get to the 50% retracement fib, and we are seeing weakness. They're rejecting it off of the pre-market high. There we go. We're breaking VWAP to the downside. Let's see if we break this low right here. Okay. 542.13. And if we break this, we're probably going to start heading down to 541.23. Now again, do I want to jump into puts right here? No, I already missed the move. Don't catch the falling knife, right? Because if they bounce it higher to go back up, then you're going to get stopped out at a loss. Look at this. We're breaking the level. See if they hold it or if they really push it with some volatility to the downside. It's holding, it's holding. You'll note that the exact same thing is happening right here on the futures. They're holding this level. Now, we would also want to see what's going on with the Qs. The Qs level is actually lower. So they were holding all the way down here at 459.38. Okay, now we got a gap fill down below. But again, we're seeing weakness in the Qs. We are seeing, there we go, seeing weakness in SPY. My prediction is that we keep pushing to the low and maybe, depending upon what happens, low of day, which would be down here at 540. Again, you should have taken the trade here. Don't chase these trades. It's not worth it. And when you buy puts on pops. When the market is popping up because the put volatility is coming down, the contracts get cheaper. So if I wanted to go into a put for a low a day, I'd be buying it on this pop. You're probably thinking, oh my gosh, I would want to go in calls here. No, you buy puts on pops and you buy calls when the market is dipping. Because volatility drops, the premiums come down, and then when it starts to move in your favor, then that's where you get the acceleration. Now they're holding the line. They're holding this pivot right here. So therefore, this would have been an excellent trade. This was an A-plus trade setup where we play pre-market high, pre-market low. We play overall supply, sellers, and demand. So hopefully this helps. It was a green day. It was a good one too. So for the masterclass students, I'll see you guys tonight. I can't wait. So appreciate everybody and thanks for watching. Take care.